Everybody knows what this means. Parcel coming. Should be my watch. Hey! So everybody, sorry with the shaky camera. I need to get a better tripod for my next video. I can only have my cell phone taken. So you can see the package here came in a standard plastic wrap that you normally get things from China. And then inside that is a kind of a closed cell foam wrap that has the watch inside. And it's quite well packaged. It's wrapped up at least double. And seems to have protected it quite well. I didn't notice any damage whatsoever to the watch packaging at all. Just using my little cheap knife to open that up. I originally had different audio for this, but in a busy household we have a lot of background noise, so instead I decided to overlay it. So there you go, there's the watch itself. The package doesn't look too bad. It's kind of a retail packaging, as you find on the shelves. The reseller I got it from added a second watch strap, so that's why you notice the security seal on the bottom there is loose. He opened it up to put it in the package. I assume that if you bought it on, it wouldn't have that. It was kind of a blister pack material. The hinges seemed to work quite well. It didn't get flying back on them, which I like that. And it seemed to be a fairly high quality package. There's not a whole lot of information on the packaging itself, but it does really accentuate that it's supposed to be waterproof. The swimming symbol, the IP68, and the waters. So it comes with an update for iOS, and your quality certificate with the warranty card on the back. It also came with two different sets of instructions. The top one here is the Chinese set. As you can see here. Again, sorry for the camera work. I have a very limited video repertoire right now. So right underneath that is the English version. I decided what I'd do is try to space these out since there seem to be so many different papers. That way you can get to see them all at once that way. This is the English instructions. Hopefully they come through in the full HD version. This is a full HD recording, but it is kind of hard to read. So you get the watch, the charging base, a strap, the cable, and the instruction manuals. It gives you the different instructions on how to use it, the QR codes to get the iOS or Android app, and then the rest of the instructions on how to use it for the messages and all the other features that it has. So underneath where the watch was, underneath this piece of cardboard, is where you find all the other accessories. So there's a standard micro USB cable. Seem to be fairly high quality, not your normal ones, nice and round instead of the cheaper square ones. There's the charging base. You can see on the left there's the two charging pins, and on the right is the little magnet to hold it in. And then I got two straps. There's the gray strap. And these are made out of a silicone type thing, like oven mitts and stuff would be made out of. It seems to be holding up quite well. The feel of it is actually quite nice. It doesn't tighten up as much on your wrist, even though it can be tight. And one of the neat things is you notice the pins on these are different as well. Rather than using a knife to reach into the little ridge, you can actually see that the pin has a knob that sticks out on the underside of the watch that you can easily move. So that's why the bright spots you see there. And here's the watch itself. It's come in a nice cardboard package, and then it has another piece of hard foam inside. Not hard enough to scratch or anything, but fairly robust. It holds the watch quite securely. And there's the watch itself. You can see the LEDs on the bottom for measuring heart rate. And it's just a friction fit in. Not tight, but just nice. Supposed to be stainless steel on the front. I'm not quite sure if it's actually stainless steel or if it's just a kind of metal. Alright, so we'll measure the watch. My digital calipers here. Unfortunately, I don't have all kinds of test equipment, but I did have a set of these. So it's roughly 38 millimeters in diameter in both directions. And then right from the very back of the sensors to the top of the watch is about 12.5 or so millimeters. And I believe these are supposed to be actual 18 millimeter straps. So that 0.05 of a millimeter is not enough to make any difference. 18 millimeter straps. And then this is the charging base, which is not much bigger. The watch was 38, and this is 43. It's only 5 millimeters in the difference. And then the thickness. There we go, 9.5. Not bad at all. So we'll try and put the strap on. I decided that I would use the black strap, and then there's the watch. There's the strap. You can see it's got that little knob underneath. And that actually moves the pin. So put it on one side and then pull down on that knob and then it'll go right in. It's actually very easy compared to using the watch tools to get the other one in. It seemed to fit quite well. I actually did it upside down here for my own watch, and then I discovered that the black strap is actually missing the pin. So I contacted the reseller and he said he'd send me another one. Tune in next time for another video on how the review of it actually goes, as I tested all the features. Thanks.